What is poppin', people? Welcome back to another video here on the channel. I'm going to be going in with some green hybrid, mostly still based around that BT7 list, against some of the BT9 Armour / Magnamon X. Was playing this just to take a break from the Digimon testing at the time. A little bit of older footage, but we do have some new stuff coming up. If you guys are happy with some of the less meta-relevant decks coming up, we got some Veemon and some other nonsense coming that way soon. This one has been in the works for a while because it's just taken me a little bit of time to actually get around to editing some stuff, but hopefully more videos will be up on the channel sooner rather than later. I'll be having a Ragnarlord profile coming out soon-ish, just waiting on the last cards to arrive, done some proxy testing. And I think we do have some of the proxy testing recorded, so I might see that before the actual deck profile comes out, just waiting on one last card to show up. But actually getting into the match so far, a little bit back and forth. One damage chipped away and just kind of digging for these pieces. A relatively slow game from our green hybrid player. Normally they do like to kind of just rush out with a little bit of aggression. And since the BT10 stuff has hit, they have actually definitely improved how aggressive their playstyle is. And they might actually be making the change to Bloom Lord once we do a little bit more testing, so even more deck variety coming in as players start to figure out what colours it is they like to play the most. Veemon for the choked one, still no memory tamer, but obviously there is the blue memory boost to push us up to 3, go back down with the Digimon. Swing in and just clear the board to make sure that nothing gets swung over for the trash, and we're going to put out the Davis and Ken put to 3. The Digimon is going to be refunding us some decent memory in the next turn. He's aware of that, so going to be setting up to go wide. Going to swing. Doesn't activate the effects, he doesn't have anything to go for it. Consider swinging with the Stingmon, but instead he's just going to go into Rhino Kabutorimon, draw, swing, hit, nothing really in response. He doesn't really want to give me too much memory, but basically everything he'd do here is going to put me above the 1. I'm a guaranteed +2 as soon as that main phase gets going. Gonna go for the Izzy and Mimi, and we're gonna go up to 6 as soon as the main phase starts. Swing in, hit the Pokemon, and we're gonna go hybrid Kendo. Not quite for game, but trying to finish it this turn anyway. Swing in, that's gonna get cleared, and to be honest, yeah, I can see there was the Chimeramon in hand, so I was actually definitely trying to get the Chimera. Gonna pick up the Veemon and go just Magnamon into that as well. Get one blocker out, which is +4 from the looks of it. One rested unit, so he's gonna gain +2 memory. And the Thunder Laser is going to suspend the Magnamon. Rhino gonna swing. It looks like he's gonna swing at security. Interesting. Really, he's in kind of just an awkward situation. He can still Digivolve for free into the Rhino, or into the Ancient Kabutorimon. Is gonna hit in. No Magnamon to add back, so that just goes straight to the hand. He doesn't have a way of clearing both members of the board. No blockers, so Fire Rocket once again will whip in security. That's going to be game 1, going to Armour Rush. Definitely one of Green Hybrid's worst matchups, I think, for sure. The win record is skewed so significantly in Armour's favour in our local testing. Even without the usual start of going into the BT8 Veemon, Davis for 4 memory isn't going to hurt too much. You can see a bunch of JPs there, and of course Ground Fang, one of the BT9 techs into this deck, in order to help it actually deal with the Magnamon X Antibody specifically. Double JP setting up for future turns, so we're going to try and keep the memory count kind of low. And ultimately going to opt getting the Megadeth back in, because not actually finding any of the armor targets that we're looking for. Luckily can't be choked back thanks to the Davis, so even with that going to 3, or putting us to 1, still going to be able to go back up to full memory. Looks like he is still searching for that level 4, and we got 3 JPs out, so the moment we find Beetlemons, we're going to actually probably be in for some serious trouble. Magnamon in to get a blocker out, not really going to be doing too much with it, and we're going to set up the Davis and Ken to start boosting the amount of memory we can get. Beetlemon comes down for 1, draw 1, and we're going to be checking that top 5. And no targets. Yeah, real rough shuffle here. He can still go up the chain with Rhino. So he's going to do that for 1. And then go in with the Rhino draw. And Ancient Kabuterimon as well. Hits into a Ragemon. It's time to start, going to 4. No way really of actually crashing over the Ancient Beetlemon, but as long as the Veemon itself stays up. Gonna go Magnamon for 1, get the swing in, and we're gonna play around the ground fag, go into Magnamon X Antibody, tap the Davis and Ken to restand it. So that'll give 1 turn where he's still got the +2, making him a 13k. He will take out the Ancient Beetlemon if he does swing in with it. But then the awkward bait of, if we just let the attack go through, then he can block it. It's kind of like a no-win situation, really. Thunder Laser Ground Fangs is really his only way out of it. Another Beetlemon comes through, that'll get the suspend on the Flame Dramon, but everything else is outside the 6k range. Yeah, so I'm just letting him know that like I can redirect as many times as need be. I think what he's trying to do is trying to pop the Flame Dramon and then go from there. You can see he doesn't have the Thunder Laser in hand, just has the Ground Fang, so needs a way to get that Magnamon X Antibody really just off the field, or he just has to sit there and wait. He's at 2 security with 3 bodies on the board. So I think we're just trying to figure out if there's even a way that he can get through this kind of field. Rhino for 1, looking to draw. Yeah, the slight misplay would be to swing with the current Ancient Beetlemon first, because then that'll at least pop off the Magna X. Because when he does swing with the Rhino, it is going to force the Digivolve. Just going to let the attack go through anyway, so it doesn't get the trash or the piercing because it's not deleted. And that's going to swing in at it, which is going to force the block now, because otherwise he trashes the top card of the security and gets the piercing. But instead we're going to recover +1 thanks to the Magnamon X Antibody. And that's going to be the turn shifting. His memory is now in our favor. 3 bodies on board. And 3 swings for a 2-0 win. Magnamon X Antibody definitely has a very, very easy matchup into green. This will probably be the last time that we see this deck with that lineup, but I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. We'll see you next time.